Every evening at dinner time, this family would all look up at the ceiling in unison, because whenever the chandelier started swaying again, it meant another woman was about to suffer. Beaten until she couldn't stand, all she wanted was to crawl to the living room as quickly as possible, where the camera on the cabinet could clearly capture everything that was happening. And so, accompanied by piercing screams, her husband's rage finally subsided. Yet even as Xiang Xiaomei silently cleaned up the aftermath, her husband asked what fruit she'd like to eat. Xiaomei remained silent. Her husband exploded again. He berated her, saying that if other women were pregnant, they'd be craving fruit by now, but Xiaomei had never once mentioned it. Her demeanor disgusted him. She photographed her fresh bruises and immediately texted a coworker, asking if these could serve as evidence. After receiving confirmation, she continued working diligently. However, before her shift ended, she received a call from her husband demanding she come out immediately. Xiaomei had no choice but to leave early, but as she reached the stairwell, she suddenly did something unusual. She removed the pillow from around her waist and switched her phone to recording mode. Facing his tirade, Xiaomei stayed silent. She secretly placed her phone nearby. After driving just a short distance, simply because she sneezed, her husband began hurling abuse at her again, nearly rear-ending the car ahead in his rage. At that moment, her husband noticed something was off. By all logic, a pregnant woman's instinct when faced with danger should be to protect her belly. But Xiaomei's hands were merely gripping the door handle. Xiaomei noticed the GPS wasn't right. They had agreed to visit her mother's house today, but the destination her husband had entered was somewhere else. Her husband drove them into a tunnel. But when the clock struck 1, Xiaomei returned to her mother's house alone. She stripped off all her clothes and sat alone in the bathtub, scrubbing her body clean. Only after finishing everything did she lie down beside her mother. The next morning, Xiaomei packed her things and prepared to leave. As she waited for the elevator, a mysterious call came through. Xiaomei told her mother that her husband had died.